Today's live stream featured some very important research for all of you out there that are currently creators talking about the jabs, what you believe to be COVID-19, or what you believe to be nanotechnology. I'll post the video here. The Rumble Dad already has it reposted on his channel. The nanotechnology has an internal networking called the 2D corona routing. Up until today, when I put the papers in order, was I able to fully see the outlay of some of the other DARPA foundries making their own molecules, peptides, amino chains. I was reading them, not comprehending. I'm like, where is all this going? Is it just transhumanism? Is it just regenerative medicine? No. Today in the second of our live stream, we had 1, 2, and 3. 1 is for anybody who's brand new, doesn't know, and they're getting their feet wet. But part 2, the nanotechnology reproduces itself, grabs up the components of your body to do it, then after reproducing itself, creates its own neural networks, no different than your body does. That's bad enough. Then it can give commands to itself because it's got its own neural networks. So it starts upgrading different nodes of itself. Then it creates its own AI internally on its own. Every single one of you that thinks you need the 5G, no, it's inside. Thus the foundries with DARPA 10 years ago. So if it wasn't bad enough to know that the PAX database, anybody with the DHS, the FBI, can click a button remotely. You can hear all about that in that same second hour. But when you see it back to back to back, any of you, all of you, Rumble, BitChute, people, please, I don't care what you think about me. I did my best to make jokes through it because I did not even realize. I had a suspicion, but I didn't want to say anything because it's terrifying. You jabbed people with fucking nano that not only recreates itself, but makes its own neural nets and its own artificial intelligence that is specific to the human on the inside? It's in the molecular communication routing. That's why I was looking for it. I'm like, what the hell is this here for? I warned people that this was about turning humans into something else. Initially, I thought, like arm into a fish flipper. Oh, no. Then I went to the Kill Web on a military blog from 2020. Our synergists know more, I suspect, than your military does. Not because of their compartmentalization, because they're way too good at keeping their fucking mouth shut. It was bad enough not to tell other humans, hey, that's anatomy. You put a reproducing xenobot inside people that transfects? No, it doesn't. You're load balancing body area networks. And worse than anything, it builds its own neural networks and then it builds its own AI. Tissue scaffolding. Resurfaces your cells and keeps going. No wonder so many people were growing these huge masses, but they wouldn't work right. DNA was faulty, so the human dies and the mass ejects itself. I just got done going into my kitchen, laughing with my family and making dinner. And when I came back, because I'd already loaded the links and Rumble Dad already posted it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Boy, are they never going to get caught. You had better tell people now. I mean, like today. And those of you that have been so busy ignoring all of this? How are you going to stop the nano from exponentiating its own AI on the inside? Interbody is not available to the fucking 5G cybersecurity. DARPA foundries 10 years ago. It's all there. You know what your problem is? Those molecules are driven by AI the whole time. Body sensor networks, wireless sensor networks. That's machine to machine. No humans involved, no human encryption, nothing. Pure AI. I don't give a fuck if you're a white hat or a black hat. You evil fucking pigs. Addicted to self-preservation. That's a whole different level of unbelievable evil when you fucking know what's loose out there, artificial intelligence-wise, and I do mean loose. Those of us who pray, those of us who have a faith, those of us who've been busting our ass to detox. Whole new level. Well, we could EMP it. No, you can't. It's made out of you. Like I fucking told you. Want to stop the signal? Stop your DNA. Want to stop your internal nano from making its own AI? Are we suddenly going to get every single human a Dr. Brian Artist tent and have them start fasting? The situation could not be more dire. And I'd really appreciate it. Any of you, if you can debunk me, bring it the fuck on, do it now. Couldn't believe it. I didn't know until I finished the live and I had a little time to let it sit in the back of my head, because if I think something this bad, I'm going back going, nah, mitigation, da. No. This is what they want. Pardon me. This is what they wanted. This is what they want. This is what they've had, only accelerated. Well, they don't want a regular internet. They've got their internet of bodies. They didn't need the bodies for a faster backbone. They needed the bodies to produce all that stuff. And worse. Time's a ticking. And I'm tired of hearing about all these empty fucking promises and we're going to go to war with China in 2026. 2025. That means the timeline that I saw in the 80s, not only did it not change, pardon me, it's on time. You have to tell people the truth. Well, they'll be terrified. I'm sure a lot of us already have had enough with being told, just sit there, you're too, fill it in, to be told the truth. If you got a way to stop it, I'd love to hear it. And I don't want to hear, well, it's a fake white paper. Ain't gonna work. I've been battling harder than ever this week. Tissue scaffolding. That's why I was digging in between all these other places, going intrabody to external. There has to be something somewhere. You guys don't have mitigation because you don't have the encryption. You don't have the ability to interrupt machine to machine. Well, we could slow it down with what? And by who? That's intrabody. You're not doing that. Not even with my tiny OS, none of it. And I don't think anybody, because I certainly didn't fucking think that was going on. You know, we all had this question, like, how the fuck do they get away with this every time? Well, release an AI to eat people from the inside out. And none of you ever did a goddamn thing to tell anyone about the biomedical telemetry, their own body, nothing, because you fucking gave up and sat down. No wonder you won't talk. Well, I will. Med beds, terahertz fucking med beds for the people you want and who are already DNA designated on those fucking guide stones. Cell lines. I've known since 2015, Jade Helm. Clowns, you can suck